Before we start, we do have to express condolences to Chance Perdomo's friends and family as he died suddenly in a motorcycle accident. 8 years ago, Marie plays with her sister, Annabeth, while their parents watch the news about A-Train becoming the first black hero to join the Seven. Suddenly, Marie feels a sharp pain in her abdomen, causing her to rush to the bathroom. I assumed it was to take a fat deuce, but it's not. As Marie sits down on the toilet, she's horrified when she finds blood from her perineal area, unaware of what menstruation is. When her blood starts floating, Marie loses her composure and falls, prompting her mom to burst through the door. As her mom enters, Marie causes her period blood to pierce through her mother. Her father rushes in to save her, asking Marie what happened. Marie is overwhelmed and screams, but it causes her to control her mother's blood unintentionally. Blood explodes everywhere, killing her father. Annabeth arrives to see the bloodbath that happened, traumatizing her for life. This is the most traumatizing first period I've ever seen. In the present day, Marie practices her powers inside an old gym, leaving a bloody mess and a good time for janitors to clean up. Using her powers quickly tires her, and Marie has to rest. On her way back from the gym, she sees a fellow student being taken away in an armored vehicle with the words Elmira Adult Rehabilitation Center on it. Later, Marie checks her email and discovers she has been accepted into Godolphin University, the top school for superheroes. Marie dreams of becoming the first black woman to join the Seven. However, her advisor warns her that if she makes any mistakes, she could end up imprisoned at Elmira. Soon after, Marie arrives at Godolphin University's campus. As Marie enters her new dorm, her roommate Emma calls out for her, who's Ant-Man sized and inside a boxing ring with a gerbil. Emma shares that she gained fame as an influencer by posting videos of her pet gerbil fights on YouTube. Okay, I need to get in on this lucrative business because these voiceovers don't pay well. Marie, Emma, and the other students gather at the campus stadium. Here, they meet Luke, or Golden Boy, a fire manipulator and the campus heartthrob. I don't know about that. He looking kinda average, but expectations are lower for my community. Kate, a telepath, senses that Luke hasn't been sleeping well, and he confides that he has been experiencing recurring nightmares about a place in the woods. To comfort Luke, Kate decides to challenge him in a tongue duel. Soon, the stadium hosts the university's combat arts classes, where Luke demonstrates his skills by flaming on and tearing his opponent's arms off. As Marie watches the fight, she dreams about being at the center, fighting an opponent, and being top 10 at the school. Emma gets a notification that class schedules are out. Marie borrows her phone and finds out she didn't get into Intro to Crime Fighting, a necessary course for those who want to join the School for Crime Fighting and eventually the Seven or secure a city contract. Marie speaks with Jordan, the second-ranked superhero on campus who has superhuman strength, agility, indestructibility, and can gender bend. Insert non-offensive joke here. Oh, I guess I wasn't supposed to read that part aloud. Jordan tells her that she was rejected due to not having Instagram or a large platform. After a brief argument with Jordan, Marie manages to speak with Richard, a famous professor known for his books on training superheroes. Marie tries to convince Richard she deserves to be a crime fighter. Instead, Richard suggests she consider joining the performing arts school. On her way home from class, Marie sees a student being chased by the cops. She joins the chase as the cops claim the student smoked too much salad. Using one of her blood ropes, she stops him. The student screams that he's not going back to the woods before security knocks him unconscious and takes him to a holding cell with tree-themed wallpaper. The next day, Marie and Emma visit the School for Performing Arts and meet some other students outside. After a discussion about the shows and movies the students have been in, Marie storms out, realizing she isn't suited for acting. Back in Richard's office, he has a close relationship with Luke. Richard shows Luke a prototype of his superhero suit and tells him that he will join the Seven after graduation. Luke will have his pick between Maeve's or Starlight's apartment. After a hug, Luke looks uncertain about the future and hears voices calling out for him. Oh no, giving school shooter vibes. On her way back to the dorm, Marie is approached by Andre, a popular metal bender and Luke's close friend. Andre tells Marie he saw her stop the student the previous night and invites her to break curfew for an adventure with him, Luke, and a few others. Although Marie initially declines, Emma tries to change her mind back at the dorm. Soon enough, Emma dresses Marie in a nice outfit. She then meets up with Andre, where she formally meets Luke, Kate, and Jordan. While Marie is away, Emma looks at her computer and sees the negative comments on her YouTube videos, which makes her cry. Same girl, same. At the same time, she gets a text from Liam, a student she met earlier, asking to hang out. Later, the group is partying on the roof of Seven Tower, while Marie mostly stands apart. Luke notices her isolation and strikes up a conversation. Marie shares her lore, explaining that her parents gave her compound vibe as a child, but her powers only developed during puberty. Marie tries to lie about her parents still being alive, but feels guilty and reveals they died. Luke then shares that his own brother has passed away, creating a bond between them as they discuss their career dreams. Meanwhile, Emma and Liam get spicy in the dorm, and Liam asks if she can shrink herself to fulfill his fantasies. Emma gives in and excuses herself to the bathroom, making herself vomit to shrink. Do you think his fantasy is to have Emma go inside his butthole? Marie and the popular kids head to a nightclub, where Kate uses her powers to convince a bouncer to let them in. Inside, the group starts doing drugs. Despite her initial reluctance, Marie gives in to peer pressure and takes some sweets. She and Kate go off to dance, while Emma is learning how to pole dance on Liam's joystick. This is quite graphic, so we will show you an AI-generated image that replaces some things. Feeling high, Luke hits the dance floor and briefly experiences a vision of being lost in the woods. Andre tries to impress a girl with a trick, but it goes wrong. He turns a coin into a metal bird and attempts to send it across the room, but he gets bumped, causing the bird to accidentally slice a bystander. As the chaos unfolds, most of the group decides to leave, leaving Marie behind. She uses her powers to stop the bleeding and save the person's life. Videos of the incident are posted online and quickly go viral. The next day, Richard summons Marie to his office. After giving a speech about what it takes to be a hero, he informs Marie that she is being expelled to protect Luke, Andre, and Jordan. Richard tells her that her powers aren't suited for crime fighting and that she'll have to return to the orphanage. Typical, sacrifice the woman of color to protect the white people around her. Meanwhile, Luke wakes up with a severe hangover and starts hearing a voice. When he opens his dorm door, he finds himself in the woods again. This time, he encounters a younger version of his brother, Sam, who asks for his help before Luke is suddenly transported back to his dorm. As Marie walks back to campus, flashbacks reveal the tragic day when she accidentally killed her parents, in Annabeth's harsh words, calling her a monster. In the present, Marie cuts herself to test her powers again, angrily throwing a splash of blood at a nearby garbage can. Marie returns to Richard's office and finds Luke burning Richard to death. Luke mentions the woods and expresses regret that Marie had to see this. He then chases Marie through the school, and they encounter Jordan. Luke and Jordan fight, giving Marie a chance to escape. As she runs out of the school, Marie explains what happened to Andre. Moments later, Luke crashes through the windows. A crowd gathers around them, and Luke begins to cry, apologizing. After embracing Andre, Luke powers up and flies into the sky. He then explodes, showering the people below with blood and other bodily fluids. Crime scene cleaners are busy clearing up the aftermath of Luke's explosion, while Marie, Jordan, and Andre watch from a distance. A crowd is kept back by police and security. At the Vought HQ, CEO Ashley is worried about the millions of dollars worth of Golden Boy merchandise sitting in a warehouse. Trump is thinking the same thing with all the Let's Go Brandon merch. During a conference call with Indira, the dean of Godolphin University, and others, they discuss how to handle the fallout from the incident. Ashley privately asks Indira if the woods had any connection to Luke's death. Indira assures her that she will manage the situation and prevent any news about the woods from getting out. Marie returns to her dorm room feeling guilty about Luke's passing. Instead of joining Emma, who wants to do unhealthy activities to distract herself, Marie decides to go to bed. The next day, as Marie walks to class, she is constantly stopped by students wanting to take pictures with her. One student tells her she's the first freshman to make it into Godolphin's top 10 soups list. Meanwhile, Andre unhappily learns he has been promoted to the #1 spot, while Jordan is upset about being pushed down to #5. A memorial for Luke and Richard starts drawing a crowd. At the event, Jordan pays their respects. Kate arrives and tries to comfort them, but Jordan angrily walks away. Kate then overhears a student mocking her. She uses her powers to control his mind, sending him to a sporting goods store to buy a bat to hit himself in the jewels every hour. Gosh dang it, I need this type of power for my in-laws. Marie is given a phone by a Vought representative who quickly ushers her off to her first event. At the event, Andre has a photo shoot while his father, the superhero Polarity, watches from the side. During their conversation, Andre asks his dad if Luke left him anything, leaving Polarity confused. Andre brushes it off, but Polarity tells him that Luke gave them the opportunity for Andre to be the top one. The Vought representative informs Marie that she'll be interviewed by Haley, a top journalist. Marie and Andre step away from the event to discuss Luke's death. Marie mentions that Luke spoke of the woods before he died, while Andre reveals that Luke mentioned his father, Polarity, before his passing. Marie makes it clear that she wants nothing to do with any investigations into Luke's death. After Emma's class, she tries to talk to Liam about their hookup, but he avoids the conversation. Instead, his friend Justine makes an effort to befriend Emma. Emma, this is why you don't go for the kinky ones. Indira has taken over Richard's role at the School of Crime Fighting, and Marie gets a notification that she can attend junior-level classes, even though she's only a freshman. After Indira's class, Jordan confronts her, accusing her of trying to take credit for stopping Luke. During their argument, Jordan confesses they feel lost without Richard or Luke and urges Marie to tell the truth about Luke in her interview with Haley. Meanwhile, Justine and Emma agree to partner on a project for class. In their dorm room, they get high on salad, and Emma confides in Justine about having to purge to shrink. Justine encourages Emma to embrace who she wants to be. Marie meets with Indira in her office to discuss Marie's past. Marie confesses that she wants to become a superhero to find her sister, who was adopted. She believes that if she earns enough money as a superhero, she can locate her sister and be a family again. After Marie leaves, Indira visits an underground facility with familiar tree wallpaper. The workers at the woods are worried about Richard's death, but Indira reassures them that everything will be fine. Meanwhile, Andre and Kate arrive at Luke's dorm room to find it has been completely cleared out and cleaned with bleach. Walking across campus, Emma is mocked by students for purging. She discovers that Justine revealed her secret in a new YouTube video. Devastated, Emma confronts Justine in her dorm, but Justine says she didn't realize it was a secret. Nah, fam, this is why we don't trust YouTubers named Justine. Later that night, Andre and Kate go for a walk when Andre notices a burnt-out CCTV near his dad's statue. He recalls Luke's dying hint about his dad having something. Andre retrieves a phone hidden in his dad's statue, finding a video from Luke. In the video, Luke reveals that his brother is being held captive in an underground facility called The Woods and warns that Richard was in charge. Marie is getting ready for her interview with Haley when she becomes frustrated that the script doesn't contain Jordan's involvement in the Golden Boy fight. Meanwhile, Andre, on his way to the interview, notices Luke's brain matter lodged in a crack on the sidewalk. He decides to skip the interview and heads to Richard's office to investigate The Woods. Using Richard's computer, Andre finds security footage of the student they thought was tweaking on some salad a while back. It turns out the student is Luke's younger brother, Sam. Security bursts in, but Andre hides under Richard's desk to avoid being caught. Haley takes the stage and reveals she contacted Marie's sister, Annabeth, for a comment. Haley shares that Annabeth wants nothing to do with Marie. Then the interview begins. Despite considering it, Marie decides to stick to the script and doesn't mention how Jordan fought Golden Boy. Sis, I wouldn't be trusting Haley. She kinda sus for that one. After the interview, Marie returns to her dorm room, but Emma is nowhere to be found. Marie starts crying over a family photo as she looks at Annabeth. Meanwhile, Emma throws up in the bathroom and shrinks while Marie cuts her hand. Marie goes to Indira's office to confront her about Haley contacting her sister. Indira pretends to be unaware and hugs Marie instead. Andre follows security to the woods when he witnesses them ending a man's life who saw them. When security leaves, Andre steps down to check the body, but a guard is behind him. He uses his powers to disarm the guard, but the guard uses a sound device that weakens Soups. Kate and a friend help with the guard, but Kate starts spasming from using up too much of her powers. What did you guys think of this series? Sadly, since the passing of Chance, Season 2 will be indefinitely delayed. Should we cover more of the first season?
Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Turn on notifications. And leave a like, it really helps the channel out. Thank you for watching.